Garrison got a start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, hits to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks a hard tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, swings down the sideline, throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking, got it, post, and it's got it! Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
The San Francisco 49ers. We can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boy Mike from Nothing But Niners Crew. It is day 5 of March Madness. It is officially the 5th of March, guys, and that means we have a special happy birthday shout out to one of our longtime supporters, one of our most loyal viewers and subscribers to the channel, our homegirl Melissa. Man, y'all make some noise for Melissa. Happy birthday, huh? Yeah. I need to get one of those really cool ass soundboards where I could do like multiple sounds at the same time. But right now, I'm working with what I got, man. Let's go, man. We're gonna get ahead and get busy. We're gonna jump right into this episode. Okay. Danny Albright says here, is halftime adjustments a real thing or is it a myth? I guess halftime adjustments is kind of like momentum, right? Like it depends on what you believe in. I completely believe in it. I think that teams say, hey, we were doing this really, really well, and now we're not. So let's do this. Or they're really focusing on stopping this. So let's see what we can do to counter that. I absolutely believe halftime adjustments are a real thing. The Niners were a second half team for most of the year. Mark says, OG Big Mike, how you and the fam doing? We are doing really well. We actually got a new car today. It's finally all done and settled. The kids love it. Well, my daughters love it. My son and my wife haven't seen it yet. It's weird, right? Just no big deal. Dad just got a new car, like whatever. Does Francis have a chance versus Joshua? Oh, we're hitting to some boxing talk, right? All right. Let's start with that one. I like this. I like Francis. He does have a fighter's chance against Joshua. Joshua is probably one of the more naturally talented guys I've ever seen boxing. He's got size, he's got strength, he's got speed, but he's like, it's like he's missing everything that makes Deontay Wilder like special, or they need to like merge together, right? Like Wilder has no boxing skill at all. Like I'm just gonna stand in the ring and hope that I can clock you one time with this hard overhand wild ass right that I'm gonna throw, right? Like that's all Wilder has. Where Joshua is really talented. I've seen him put people down. Let me be very clear what I'm saying, but he lacks killer instinct. He'll stun somebody and then just stand there and watch them. He won't just like go, he won't do it. So I don't know. But yeah, so Francis absolutely has a puncher's chance against Joshua, but smart money is going to be on Joshua. I hate that this fight is on a Friday. It's at like 1 p.m. or something like that, if I'm not mistaken here. So I would love to sit down on a Saturday with some cigars and some smokes and drinks and really watch that fight. But I'll see what I can do. All right. He says thoughts on a potential Canelo versus Crawford fight. Let me tell you, man, fight of the year if they were to put it together. Fight of the decade, fight of the millennium, maybe. But I just don't see that happening. I don't see it happening. I think that those two guys are going to continue to run parallel careers. All right. Is that the biggest fight to make in boxing outside of Tank versus Haney? Man, I don't think Devin Haney is on the level of Tank, man. I don't think he's close either. So it wouldn't be Tank and Haney as the biggest one, but Canelo Crawford would be huge. Absolutely. Tank and Haney is more likely to happen. And it will be a phenomenal fight when you're talking about records and things like that and just skill. But I don't think it's like I think you can come up with a couple of bigger fights. All right. He comes back to back here. He says thoughts on how Benavidez would fare against LHW. Heard he wants to challenge the winner of Bivol and Betcher. Yeah. So, it's a little weird. How do I do this here? Hold on. It's a little weird with like styles make fights, right? And you gotta really concentrate on how you stack these fighters up against each other. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. You got to be careful with how you're moving around in these weight classes. People moving up, people moving down. There was a really good fight this weekend, and the young kid from Jersey, right? Like he's out here in Jersey, and there was a vacated belt, and he had to cut a lot of weight. He gets down there, and immediately he gets the belt, and immediately at the microphone and during his victory speech, he's like, "Yeah, it's probably gonna be my only fight at this weight, man. It was really hard getting down here." Getting down is harder than it is to get up, but they still have adverse effects on you. So you just got to be careful. You got to be careful with that kind of stuff. All right. Our first question of the night from Melissa. All right. She says Jordan Reed and George Kittle were supposed to usher in 2 tight end sets. Who could you see be the second tight end to do so? And is this the year? So because Melissa asked the question, I'm actually going to eat a piece of birthday cake for her. Huh? Oh, you guys can't see my plate because it's kind of like tealish green, but I got birthday cake here for Melissa. I'm not much of a cake person, so I have the smallest piece that I could possibly cut. So there's that. Got to wash this down with some water. Okay. So I would do I would like to draft someone, but a rookie is not gonna come in here with Kyle Shanahan and just be a part of a 2 tight end set with George Kittle. They're gonna want someone who looks pretty good and an all-around player. So what I'm hoping to see is that the Niners second year guy take a step forward. So I don't know if you guys remember or not, but we drafted a kid. He was actually like really, really gifted. And I'm not talking about Braden Willis either. Really gifted. And the issue with him was he kept dropping balls, right? Could run good routes. He'll get in there a little bit. He'll get his hands a little dirty. You know what I'm saying? He's a willing blocker. But the special, what made him special was just his ability to run well. 6'5", Cameron Latu. I think he's going to be the guy. I think Cameron Latu has a chance to be the guy if he can stay healthy and if he can learn to catch the ball. Cameron Latu, and I would still draft a rookie. Ross Dwelly's been injured. You got to keep trying. You got to keep trying. All right. I hope this is the year. George Kittle's getting up there in age, and I'm not going to say that I'm seeing a decline in George Kittle yet. I won't go that far. But he plays a very, very physical brand of football, and it's gonna take its toll at some point. So you want to see George be used sparingly and balanced. If you could see anybody make Hall of Fame or Ring of Honor, who would you want to see? Is this a time machine question? Like, I think I would have loved to have been around, like in person to see Brian Young. I wish I had a chance to go last year. Obviously, if we're talking future, Fred Warner is probably going to be special when he makes it into the Hall of Fame or the Niners Ring of Honor. Um, Patrick Willis this year, right? Like that's some phenomenal stuff. I'm trying to think of some players that I really, really loved and would like to see. Maybe like some Ring of Honor type stuff for Vernon Davis, maybe. He was a guy that, I remember Vernon with the dreads. Like that was my favorite Vernon Davis, and it was short-lived. But Vernon with the dreads just came in with a different type of swag. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I like that. Let's see here. Mark says, with the depth on this team getting weaker and with as many free agents as the 49ers have to resign, would you prefer they trade up and go for best player available at a position of need, or trade down for more future picks? This is a really good draft for a lot of different positions, and people say that shit every year, and it's usually not, but there's some talent in this draft. You can get some tight ends, you can get some wide receivers, you can get offensive linemen in this draft, you can get some linebackers in this draft, right? Which ones do you think are the biggest needs for the 49ers? That's up to you. Each person's going to see it their way. I don't see a lot of special edge guys. Now, I haven't started watching them closely yet, but I don't see a lot of special edge guys yet. But you never know. That's the thing, right? Like as much as people talk about, oh, this is a great draft for this is a great draft for that. It never pans out that way because we think these kids are going to be good at this level, and most of them aren't. That's the truth. Most of them aren't. And so you never know what kind of year it's going to be. I'm all about more. As long as you have the roster spots to sustain it. If the Niners have 22 free agents, try to get, 16 draft picks, that way you don't have to go out there and sign a bunch of free agents. You don't have to overspend to bring people back or to bring people in, and get some rookies that can be your depth in your future. Some rotational guys. You go with the starting 22 that you have already on both sides of the ball. You go with your special teamers and your special teams aces, and then you start to develop that depth. I think the Niners do a pretty good job of that. So I'm okay with getting more draft picks and still probably going BPA. All right. Melissa says, what was your best day trip that was totally unplanned and magical? So best day trip that was totally unplanned and magical. Wow. I don't do a lot of day trips. I've done some stuff with family where we just we'll be home and we'll go visit another family member or something like that. Just let's go just say what's up and have a great time. Impromptu family gatherings are always really, really fun. I have a great time with my family. We like to laugh, joke, sing. We're competitive. So those are usually the best. And it's spilling over to even my in-law side, right? Like my wife's side of the family. You have so much fun getting together with them. So it's always a good time with family to me. What was the better mic'd up moment? Silverback cussing and searching for his hat and shirt, or the All-Stars eating turkey legs on the 12's logo? I got to go with the turkey legs on the Seahawks logo, right? Like it's got to be because, I mean, that was like kind of like some revenge. That was payback. And speaking of eating, I'm going to have this last little slice of cake here. All right. For Melissa's questions here, I'm going to go with the turkey legs on the logo. Especially because Thanksgiving was my birthday. I mean, come on. Doesn't get much better than that. Getting to sit back and take it all in. I mean, how much better does it get, right? How much better does it get? I got one more question here. You guys save the rest of the questions. Start off where we left off, okay? It says, do you have a player you automatically associate with the beginning of a friendship? Do you have a player you automatically associate with the beginning of a friendship? Do you have a player you automatically associate with the beginning of a friendship? I don't think so. I think it's because I don't have, it's going to sound fucked up. I have a lot of friends, but I don't use the term friend a lot. Like I get really, really close with people, or I'm nice to everybody. I like everybody, but the people that like I mess with, like the people that I fuck with, like that's like a little bit more than friendship. So, and none of them have anything to do with sports. I'm trying to think. I got a really good friendship with Tony here from Nothing But Niners. And it is something that started from the 49ers, but I don't think it's I don't think there's a player, it is because of the team. I don't think it's because of a player though. I don't think it's because of a player. I'm going to do one more because I didn't have a good answer for that. She says here, if you could have any player, current or past, on the podcast, who would you want to have on and why? Now, this is a phenomenal question here. Just one. Actually, I'll do current and I'll do past. I'll do current and past. I would love to get Javon Kinlaw. I would love to get Javon Kinlaw. Actually, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't, because he would have to watch what he would say, and I want to get his real thoughts. Like I would like to actually hang out, like just sit down, eat some gator or something with a couple of drinks with Javon Kinlaw. I wouldn't want to have him on the podcast and then be like sanctioned by the team. Like I don't want to have to go through the team to get him on. So I'm going to change it. I would go with Ji'Ayir Brown. Show some love to my Jersey guy, by the way. They gave him the key to the city today out here in Trenton, right across the bridge. And every March 8th is going to be Tig Day out in Trenton. They are giving him his own day. So round of applause for him. I think that is absolutely incredible. Young man got the key to the city. He gets the key to the city and he gets his own day. So that's going to be my current player. My past player, I would like to get on. Oh, see, I want to talk shit. See, past players, the team can't run interference, right? I would go out there and get someone like Alex Boone on. I want someone that's going to let me know what they really feel. You know what I'm saying? Like someone who, for example, I love the way Patrick Willis played, but Patrick Willis speaking and at the podium and at the mic, it's a little different, right? Like he's very nice. He's very he thinks everything through. And he's going to make it a point to not offend anybody. I want someone's going to be like, oh man, I hated playing with that guy. He was a dick. Or this coach was awesome, but this coach was an asshole. Like I not that I want them bashing anybody, but I want someone that's going to let their guard down and really talk. And if it had to be another Jersey guy, Anthony Davis, right? Like he kind of got jerked around by the Niners and he jerked the Niners around. And I would love to, what the hell was going on with that? Right? Shout out to the Jersey guy. So there you go. I kind of gave you more than one answer there. I cheated a little bit. But listen, that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. I am so sorry I couldn't get to everyone's questions. Z, great one. I see you guys in here. Jesus, I see you in here. You guys, listen, got to get in here a little bit earlier. The rooms are already created. You will see March Madness Day 6. The room is already out there. Get in there and type the questions in now as soon as this one ends, okay? Please don't take offense to it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. March Madness continues, all right? Prepare for glory, anticipate pain, but always remain faithful. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. More than once, by the way. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, met this man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, them nothing but Niners. Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing